Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. We are trying out Red Dredge. So guys, as you can see here, I obviously haven't sorted out the deck, but we are playing Mono Red Dredge, a deck that we have tried before on this channel. We tried it when Storm Shriek Feral came out, and we were impressed. However, we did keep Burning Inquiry in, and we cut, what is the name of the card? Cathartic Reunion for Storm Shriek Feral here. So what we've done is we've changed the list to ourselves for our own thoughts and prayers. We are playing Merchant Veil instead of the Burning Inquiry. Obviously, Burning Inquiry has the upside of ruining your opponent's day, but the amount of that happens in Pauper because every deck is obviously clearly very well built. And to be fair, they're not... The best way I can describe it is it's very rare that it impacts your opponent in a negative way anyways, because without being... All of Pauper's decks are built with just lands and spells, if that makes sense. They're not like really acute mana bases, you know, running one of Watery Grave to splash black for Psychic Frog or what have you. It's literally just a lot of generic spells and a lot of generic lands and then a lot of generic things to do. So like if they discard, for example, an Eviscerator's Insight or a Fanatical Offering, it doesn't matter because they're both the same card in the long and short of it. It doesn't matter if they discard an Impulse or a Crop Rotation, they're still going to dig for a Tron land. It doesn't matter if they discard a Mnemonic Wall or this or that, because they're all very similar, is what I'm trying to get at. So, the impact Burning Inquiry has is very, very slim. Like, don't get me wrong, you're going to get like the Campo tweet, where obviously they discard all 3 Tron lands, and I'm not saying that's not going to happen. But, essentially, I don't think it's good. So what I decided, do you know what I'll do, is I'll maximise on creatures. So as you can see up in the top corner here, we're playing 37 creatures. We're playing 6 Dredges. We're playing 4 Merchant of the Veil and 4 Storm Shriek Feral, which were both originally Cathartic Reunion and Burning Inquiry. The only non-creatures we are playing are 4 Faithless Looting, 3 Dread Return, and our lands. So, with that in mind, I think we should, in theory, if we find one of these, we should be able to kill quite quickly. So I'm going to try this list out. Effectively, what the deck tries to do is discard Snackers, return them by drawing cards, you know, then find Dredges, start dredging, then using Molten Gatekeepers as a 1-mana 2/3 with haste, that sort of impact tremors them, start playing a bunch of random dudes, swing in with Unearth, haste, and all that sort of stuff, and then sacrifice them to a Lot Left Giant. That's basically it. Obviously, the bonus of having Storm Shriek Feral here is it shuffles back in, which we touched on earlier in our previous video. You can check that out. But also, it doubles up as if you are finding all these lands, for whatever reason, you just have a 5-mana 3/3 haste, where you're finding these 5 lands, they are most likely going to die. So that is the idea. I decided to play a Greater Moss Dog as opposed to Golgari Brownscale in the main, basically for the extra dredge. Obviously, Brownscale does help gaining life against aggro, but we'll see how that ends up mattering for sure. Insolent Nina and Voldine Epicure are basically just, you know, the fair ones to get going. And that is basically it, really. We basically have Conduit Pylon to maybe cast some stuff. I have cast a Sneaky Snacker before. I think I did that in the previous video, so you can check that out. It's also mainly so you can hard cast Stinkweed Imp, really, and also the Surveil is very relevant, so there is that. That is the main one, really. Moving on to the sideboard here, it's fairly straightforward. We have 4 Red Elemental Blasts for the blue decks that get stuff to resolve, 2 Flaring Pains for Prismatic Strands and Fog, and then we've got 4 Siege Smash for graveyard-based decks, like, well, Graveyard Hate, like Relic and now Spellbomb, because this is much more important than Ancient Grudge. Not only can we not really cast Ancient Grudge, but also because Split Second on Destroying Artifact is very relevant for us. We are a lot weaker at Spellbomb than normal Dredge. Playing 3 Fang Dragon as Fear Hate sort of thing to deal with all the X1s, etc., while also being a creature. And then we're playing 2 Brown Scales for aggro as well. Fairly straightforward stuff. I hope you guys enjoy this. I have also been messing with the mic audio to try and make my audio sound a lot cleaner for the podcast. So please do let me know if it needs adjusting, etc. If it sounds cleaner, all that sort of good stuff. I have been doing a bit of messing. And it does look like it's a reasonable level, maybe that little bit too quiet. So please just let me know. I might adjust it and turn it up slightly. Please, there we go. Please let me know how you feel about that. And yeah, see you guys for round number 1. Hey guys, welcome back into round number 1. This hand seems sort of fine. Yeah, let's keep this on here. We have a bunch of random dudes that we're just going to play right now. Dread Return. I'm going to play Epicure, and then I'm going to Storm Shriek, discard Dread Return, and they're on Forest, so they could be on Dredge. Is that what they're on? Forest. Could be on Elves. Mass Fan? Oh, they're on Elves. Okay. Another Merchant, huh? So let's flush out the Dread Return. Molten. Back for 1. The race is on. The race is on. They follow with a lead. Hit 4 cards. Tap for one of these. Didn't hold else, sure. Another land. Another land is not ideal, right? So, do I just want to play this out? Or do I want to start? I just want to start, like, hitting. Just want to haggle, right? Discard draw. I don't really want to play this right now. It's haggle. Discard draw. I'm getting pretty flooded right now, I'm not gonna lie. Play this. Attack for 1. Wow, this is very flooded. Very, very, very flooded. Elvish Mystic, sure. Birch Law, sure. Tap this for. You have a land priest, so you have 3 cards in hand. I think if we drew slightly better, we probably would have been fine here. Don't find a Quirion, don't find a Nyxborn. We found a Quirion and a Nyxborn, great. So we are probably dead. Elvish Mystic, Quirion. Might as well tap this. Finned Horn Elves, right? All that. 3 cards in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Untap this. Tap for 8. Player. There you play the land. 8, 9, 10. So this gets +8. This is probably where you're at, right? Oh, you're gonna lead. That's very greedy. Very greedy. Hits another Quirion. Great. So they get to play Jasper Sentinel, Priest of Titania, Quirion Ranger, untap the Priest. They have 3 cards in hand, one's a Nyxborn, one's a land. So they have 1 unknown that we don't know about. Untap. 12. 30. Oh, okay. 9. Surely you tap everything. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Sure. So they've got 2 lands in hand. Yeah. The fact that this is just sitting over here doing nothing is pretty bad. So we need to play this Conduit Pylon in the graveyard. I'm gonna have to start by discarding this. Draw. I think I'm just dead, right? Let's just go next. It was just not. This is why I put more Stinkweed Imps and stuff like that in. I just felt like it was much more useful. Sort of be able to dredge quite quickly. So 3 Fang Dragons come in, 3 Merchants come out. Do we want to brown nose for another Merchant? Do we want any of these? Siege Smashes, Merchant of the Veils, etc. Like, are they gonna bring in something like Relic? Probably not. Yes. This seems much better. Maybe I shouldn't have just kept that hand. Maybe that was the problem. So let's start with a Faithless. Neonate, Dread Return. I probably go Snacker, Stinky, and then Don't Dredge. No, I do a Snacker, Dread Return, Don't Dredge, and I want to return the Snacker back. Do you have Relic? No. So then we'll play Flush out here. Discard this. Cancel. Snacker comes back. And then we go Dredge, Neonate Dredge, Voldaren Epicure Dredge. That's all what we want to do, right? But they're going to be so much staring at it all the way up there. Dredge. We've got a lot left. We have a lot left. We have Scrapwork Mutt. So I think we Scrapwork Mutt, right? Did we Scrapwork? Yeah, let's Scrapwork Mutt. Dredge. There's 5 creatures in the bin. I'm going to attack because they're probably not going to block, let's be honest, but they could. Okay. And then I'm going to play a Voldaren Epicure, and then I'm going to pass the turn. It kind of sets up quite nicely, I think, because we draw for turn. Yes. I'll be surprised if we can't kill them here. Snacker, hey? So, what do I want to do here? So I want to go Neonate. Do I want to go Neonate Scrapwork Mutt? I guess. So I guess I go... Do I want to go Neonate Scrapwork? Or do I not just want to go Dredge, this? Is Molten going to be better? Molten double Dredge anyways. Yeah, Molten. Dredge. 6 creatures. Wow, that was incredibly bad. Neonate. So they're likely gonna block here. I could attack. They're on 6 to a sack. So the best I'm doing is 11, right? Which isn't a lot of creatures. But then how far off am I doing it? Not that far. I only need 1 creature left in play. So then So if I sack this, Dredge 5, then sack these 3 Dread Return, I have another Dread Return. I don't have another lot left, but I have another Dread Return. Dredge 10. And there's a brown scale and there's another lot left also. So I can just do this. You're at 3. So, and then that's game, right? Surely. White and 3. Well, we're sure. What's the white for? Okay, sure. But that's lethal. So do I dredge here or do I just draw? I probably just draw, right? Doesn't really matter. Yeah, just draw, right? Funny. I'm gonna go Molten. 1, 2. I'm just trying to think, do I just even just Faithless? I'm dead like everywhere till next Sunday, right? But it's just trying to figure out what's the best way of doing it. For sure. Scrapwork Mutt on a discard draw. Right? Yeah, discard, draw, deal 1, you know 2. So once we found a Dredger, we were sort of laughing. It was just finding a Dredger. So they have nothing of relevance, which I'm fine with. And it is literally just a race. But that's what I mean, like we went from, 5 creatures there, we dredged twice, we went to 12. Like, because everything's a creature, the high likelihood of everything hitting. Like, I've boarded out, 4 merchants, and I've put in 3 Fang Dragons, which is removal for them, and Golgari Brown Skill. All 4 are creatures. Like, don't get me wrong, like, the rest of the sideboard's not creatures, but we have such a high number. Like, 30 is, like, the number for, keep this. 30 is the number for normal dredge, like 30, 31. And we are, Jesus. So this is interesting because it's like, what do we want to do here? Do we just want to blind dredge or do we want to discard Snacker, bring it back? And I think we want to discard Snacker, bring it back. Having a Well-Wisher there is pretty bad. So I still think I want to flush out, discard Snacker, bring it back. And then I'm going to do this same again. Yep. Sure. This is fine. Right, we hit a land, which is good. So I'm going to flush out, discard Snacker, bring it back. Land. Faithless. Discard 2 Stinkies. Attack for 2. So I need my Fang Dragon, which I'm sort of hoping to naturally draw, right? Do I start dredging yet? I could maybe outpace them. Maybe. No, I can't outpace this, right? I have to naturally start drawing. I can't dredge yet. Cancel. So I'm gonna flush out. Discard this. Cancel. Cancel. I'm gonna Conduit Pylon. Mill over this. Wow, that's a lot of dredging. Flush out. Discard this. Cancel. Cancel. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm not gonna die next turn, so that's fine. That's no problem. So let's see what they commit here. Timberwatch. Pretty bad. I still... So they're gonna gain a bunch of life here. I don't know if I try and find another... Like another Fang Dragon. Or do I start dredging? I feel like I want to try and find another, right? If I can find another to do with this, we're laughing. Huh. Do I Neonate? Discard the Molten? The problem is I'm going through on my draw, right? That's my main thing. So we hit this, we hit this, we hit this. They've still got 3 lands and 3 elves. Plus 4 cards. What did they reveal? We cast all of these, right? So we have access to 5 mana here. Yeah, I think I'm going to neonate first, right? Because I can still double if I discard this. Discard. I'll probably discard the Molten, right? Discard the Molten. Draw. Try and find another Fang Dragon. Okay, so I can't go again, so I have to go Forktail Sweep. They're going to untap this and gain some life. Yep. And then gain 5 or whatever it is, sure. And then I'm probably just going to have to try and deal 45 to them from this get-go, which is not great. That is. I'm going to attack for 2 here. Yeah. So I can keep 1 snacker back. I might. That means I don't think I'm dealing with any of that. And then I'm at 43. So we're just going to go Stinky Dredge, Faithless Luton, Stinky Dredge. And then just try and go hard from this point. I think that seems fine, right? Yeah, I'm okay with this. And then I start using the snackers and stuff to block, because they're not going to attack here. Hopefully they just have got nothing going on. Dredge. There's another. And then let's Faithless. Dredge. Discard. So there's 2 Lotlifts, 1 Dread Return right now, with 14 creatures in the bin. I could do it again, right? That's probably worthwhile. Faithless. Dredge. Discard. I think that sets up quite nicely for next turn, right? We have 19 creatures in the bin. 2 Dread Returns, 2 Lotlifts. We do this past the turn. They have 3 elves, potentially 4, 5, 6, 7 elves. Quirion's obviously a bad thing to happen because we're most likely going to die at that point. But I think other than that, we should be maybe golden here. Because I should be able to dredge, scrapwork mutt, like that sort of thing, right? And then end up double dredge. I think I should be able to kill them here, right? From 43 next turn, potentially. Hopefully we don't die from this hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure. This is an elf. It's not right. It's a centaur, right? Yeah. It's a centaur archer that doesn't have reach. Cool. So they're going to attack? No. Sure. So I'm 49. I wonder if they have like a negate. That'd be pretty bad. So let's start with a gatekeeper. How many scrapwork much we got? 1, 2. So let's go Molten Gatekeeper. And then let's scrapwork mutt. Move this out the way. This one. We have 10 cards, so we're going to mill over our entire deck. So we have to win this turn. Always shield these. I was going to say that they just die, right? From 48 life, we have 24 creatures, which is exactly. But they're taking 2, then they take another 2. Yeah. So they take 2, they take another 2. It's 4. Then we Dread Return a lot left, and then we Dread Return a lot left. And they die. So we just beat elves at 48 life. Not bad. Can't complain that. See you guys for round number 2. Hey guys, welcome back here to round number 2. We are on the play. And we are setting up quite nicely. Don't know what we're against, but we're going to Faithless Loot and double Stinky. Actually, we probably won't double Stinky, right? Probably single Stinky and a Molten. Maybe. We'll see. But we do need to go fast. So it's turn 1 Faithless. We have no redraw, right? Bar this Faithless. So, do we care about Snacker here, or are we only bothered by Stinky? Let's do Stinky Snacker. I think that seems like a good start for 10. Let's just decide for both options. See what they're playing. They're playing white. They're playing white weenie. Okay, so we need to go fast. We hit a Molten Gatekeeper, we hit Faithless. And we will pass the turn. I'm probably just going to play Molten, right? I could actually Faithless. You know, discard a Strands. They discard a Strands. So I'm going to hard cast this Molten. And effectively, my purpose of this is what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get as many Moltons as possible to the point where they have to strands for red and then we dread return it for black. Is sort of the idea. But they are going to gain life with Lunarch veterans, so there is that. But we do have a lot of creatures in our deck where we can afford that, I think. But I'm just going to draw for a while. I'll Faithless probably, discarding Stinkies and stuff. Maybe one, maybe two, I haven't decided. Thraben, oh god. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the Thraben plus the strands is pretty bad. Very nice. As I'm sat here with a bunch of red cards. They attack for 4. 5 even. I don't really bar the Flaring Pains, right? I don't actually have any hate for this. Like Fang Dragon doesn't really do anything. Yeah. Let's go next. We can't beat Strands plus Thraben Charm, right? Too much. It's too much. We want Brown Skins and a Moss Dog. Merchant Veil can go. We'll just double Merchant, right? Yeah, I think we just have to go. We have to go less ham. I think is the thing. We have to just try and create value by hard casting Moltons and bringing back Snackers. Is sort of where we want to do, and just get incremental value that way. So we want less dredge. So in argument's sake, we actually could probably cut the Moss Dogs for the 2 and keep the 2 Merchant Veils in. I am happy about this. We've got Flare and Pain in the opener. We have turn 1 Neonate into turn 2 Scrapwork Mutt. But again, we'll just have to value. That's all we're after. Value and attacks. Want to nickel and dime them, basically. So let's start with an attack. Now I just want to keep hitting land drops too. So it's this. This is a Snacker. We can put that in the graveyard. And then I can Scrapwork Mutt. Discard a Dread Return. And then I can discard the Flare and Pain, draw a card. Have a 2-1. I think I'm fine with that, right? Let's discard the Flare and Pain here, draw a card. Snacker's back. 2 2-1s. And then, yeah, you may Raffine's. Raffine seems fine. Are they going to discard a... They discard a Lone Missionary. Okay. Attack for 1 or not? So we'll draw. Faithless. Do I attack for 4 here or do I attack for 2? I attack for 4, right? Surely. And then we're going to Luton and Neonate. Luton first, of course. Are you going to trade? No, you're going to take it. So it's Luton first. Moss Dog, Gatekeeper, huh? So I still want to keep hitting my land drops here. So I'll probably hit Luton, Moss Dog, and then play land, play Neonate. And I'm just going to hard cast the Molten Gatekeeper next turn. I don't want to F6 in case I need a sack. Yep. We have to be conscious of Thraben Charm for sure. But right at this moment in time, that's a bit annoying because obviously Core Skyfisher, not Core Skyfisher, Stinky Snacker is our secret route to victory right now. So what we on? They're attacking for 3. They're on 18. We have 1, 2 creatures in the graveyard. We could technically try and dredge here. I don't hate that. And this could be our window to sort of go for something. Because we can just discard this if we need to. There's a way to start churning damage out. I don't hate that, you know. I'm gonna dredge. It's only a small dredge as well. Faithless, Scrapwork Mutt. I don't know what to do here. So I could go Molten, Scrapwork Mutt, Dredge, pitch the Neonate Dredge. So we dredge 6 cards. And then just Dread return something. I don't know how good that is. I'm what, 18? This could be wrong. I'm willing to accept it's wrong. Discard, Dredge, another Molten. Deal 1. So we can go Molten. Do we discard Dredge? I think we discard Dredge so we hit first. Discard, Dredge. We hit a Stinkweed him. Play a land. Let's attack for 2 here. So then just block this to be fair. Yep. Are you gonna try and trade? No. No. Well, that was worth a try. So we can Dread return for a Molten Gate. They are. That's an odd one, right? Because then I guess the only difference is we have to sacrifice the scrapwork if we want to dread return. To do this, I could return. I've only got one dread return though, right? So I'll just probably leave it. They both get exiled. That's fine. I don't want to do that. Let's see if they've got a Thraben Charm here. Back to 18. So we're gonna. It all depends if they tap out, right? If we go for stuff, I think they just said that they're gonna cast that. Cast a Lone Mystery. Okay. They still don't have a. So let's dredge 5. Give me a Lotleth. There's a Molten Gatekeeper and a Lotleth. It's 7 creatures in the bin. So let's start with, I guess, we have a Moss Dog. So then we can, again, we're not gonna get enough, right? So we're gonna go Faithless, dredge Moss Dog, pitch this, Molten, Dread Return, Lotleth, get 15. And then we have to hope that again don't have a, well, anything. And then we're gonna go, okay, that's sort of fine. You get an idea of the Grange. Sacred Peaks. Okay, so they're playing the red version with Rally the Peasants. They got 16. Thraben got 17. Sure. There are 8 creatures in the bit. We'll take 2 here. And then we're just going to go for it, right? I think that's the best bet. Try and go for Stinky. Another, got the Scrapwork come up now. So, what do I need here? I need quite a lot, right? I need a Lotleth. And I need a... The problem is I don't have another land. So I have to hit another Scrapwork mutt, and I've already seen 1. So there's 2 left. How many dredges do I have? I have a Moss Dog. No, I have the Scrapwork mutt. Dredge. Dredge. We hit another Scrapwork mutt. Dredge. Dredge. Ugh! We hit a Lotleth, but no... Did we just hit a Lotleth, but no... Dread Return? That's very annoying. No point in attack next because they gain life. Just pass. That was annoying because that was lethal, right? So do we die? They're gonna rally, right? Surely. 5, 10, 34. We died to a lot of things here. Thraben Charm, Rally the Peasants. I don't think we can play around anything either. Swinging just with the flies is a good sign for us. That we're likely not dead to rally. But thinking about it. They probably should attack all out, to be fair. Yeah, I was gonna say, they probably should attack all out. 13 creatures left. So... we want to block this. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if that's 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So if I block this, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I still die, so I might as well kill the guy that is relevant to the board. Effectively, is the idea, right? I kill the guy that's relevant to the board, sort of make them cast it again, is what I'm thinking. If you have a Thraben Charm here, I'm just dead, right? I can't beat Thraben Charm, and I can't beat, what's the other one I can't beat? Sorry, I guess it's just Thraben Charm. I couldn't beat Rally, right? Yep. So they're on 19. So we're gonna dredge. We hit another Scrapwork mutt. So we're gonna go Molten, Scrapwork mutt. If I was gonna say if it's on the bottom 3, we're dead, right? Then Lotleth, pitch, die. Take 21. Wow. Just deciding when to go for things is really hard with this deck because you can see a lot of cards in a very small window, right? We can't keep this. If this was a man, we would have kept this, right? Potentially. This will keep. It's a bit awkward, right? We've got no actual dredge, but we've got lands and epicures. Yes. Just click my ankle. Yep. Sure thing. Epicure Central. Let's go. Dig, 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 dig. I'm just slowly going. Poke. Haha. Nice blocking, bro. £100. £100 are good. We probably want that, right? let's put that on top. Let's discard this, draw a card, and let's cast Flush Out, discarding the Flare Bit. Cool. Still no attacks. And then I'm going to play Molten Gatekeeper here, and then, yeah, go from there. Cool. And this just gets better for us, the fact that they're not attacking. Like, we have Molten Gatekeeper. So let's... Do we want a Faithless first? I feel like I don't want a Faithless first. I actually just want to play Molten Gatekeeper pass, and then I'll end of turn Blood Token. Pitch in the Grey Moss Dog and probably still just draw a card. Right? Because I don't need anything as such. All I want is to just keep hitting land drops. And just start playing like the hard castings sort of game plan. Just got this draw, actual draw. Okay. Grim Charm? Yeah, that's fine. I am playing castings game mode, so do not worry. Do not threat your little self. So we will pitch the Snacker, draw a card. We will play Faithless. Draw 2, discard 2. We want the land. We haven't played a land this turn, so we're going to do this, I think. I don't think I've played a land this turn. Let's hope not. And let's cast a Merchant of the Veil. My game plan is very simple. I am playing a bunch of creatures, and I am attacking. So next turn I've got 2/2/3s to attack with a 2/1 flyer, so let's hope they don't have a flyer here. And this is why I like the Merchant and the Molten and the Dragon. Ooh. I guess I just attack for 2. I don't need to do anything crazy, right? Pass. I'm going to end of turn Merchant, discard a card, draw a card. I maybe could have done it there, because if I drew any of the draw spells, I was sort of laughing. You've got 1 card in hand, Jesus. Discard, draw. Land's fine. Draw. Draw 2. Draw 2, discard 2, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to discard the Stinky and probably the Scrapwork Mutt, right? Stinky. But I just discard land and then don't trigger this. Just have this in hand and keep this. Trigger off this, trigger off this. I think that's probably right. That is what I want to do. So that comes to my hand. This triggers. And then I got Scrapwork Mutt, make a 2/1. Don't do the ability. No. You're down to 11. I attack for 2. I probably could attack for 4 now, but I actually don't want this to die, so probably not. And then I'm going to swing all out potentially next turn, so depending on what they do. They could have Strands here as well. Battle Screech, that's annoying. The only reason I wanted the land was to double activate Merchant, so then I could bring back Snackers in my turn. Flashback on 13. 1 card in hand, still could be Prismatic Strands. We're going in the air. Like, we're still on 19 here. No. Cast Dragon. You're now 12. Let's attack, like... Do I just attack all out? Yeah, just attack all out for 2 turns straight. If they have Strands, they've got Strands. Yep. I'm assuming they did it for red. Yep. So that's a free block for them. That's a free block. They can't kill this, though, which is nice. Can't kill this. They trade still, so that's even fine. That eats that, yeah. And they take 2, all in all. The Snacker's been gone slightly annoying. Mainly the Molten, right, is what I'm more annoyed about. But it is what it is. Can't do much about it. There are no cards, though. The main thing is they can't kill the Feral, like the Storm Shriek. So I'm happy about that. Yeah. Sure. They take 2. Go to 10. And lose 2 1/1 flyers. Which again is solid for us. Because again they can't kill the Feral. So now all I need to do is I just don't attack with the 2 red dragons, right? Are they gonna swing with the ground guys? Oh, they're still swinging with the flyers. Alright. They swing with 1, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Draw. Neonate. Neonate's pretty relevant actually. Not for this turn, but for next. So I think I just play another Feral. And then I attack with these. This forces a flashback, right? We just have to hope they didn't draw one. Or draw one this turn or next turn. This is fine. They could have drew a Graven Charm, which is a bit annoying. But right now they... Graven Charm and Prismatic Strands is what's annoying. They're on 10. Yes. I'm 14. Eek. Swing with a 3-2. Sure. We'll take a 3. We'll take the hit from a 3. Right, so then do we commit? Or do we go... Get Snackers back this turn? Sort of leaning towards Snackers. So we hit a Dredge. So let's activate... Do we... So that's what we can do, right? We can go... Bring Gatekeeper back. Gatekeeper's back. Discard. Draw. Draw. Neonate. Trigger. Discard. Draw. Where were you, like 2 turns ago? Do I hold off? I'm sort of feeling a hold off turn here. Because we've got Flare and Pain. So if that's the case, then do I do this? Do I just attack with this? What I'm sort of feeling right now. I could keep the aggression on. Attack with these, but they get killed. I don't want these to die when I have a Flare and Pain in hand. It seems rather silly to do so, right? So let's just attack for 2. See if they take it, or if they block, or what. They'll probably block with the Novice. Novice isn't doing too much right now. So it's not the worst position, I think. We can start dredging. They've got 2 cards in hand. They could go down to 0, depending on what they do. So they've got, yeah, Graven Inspector, sure. They're going to draw a card. Blue. Land. They've still just got 1 card in hand. And no attacks. Sort of what we want. Perfect position. Then we're going to dredge. Dread Return. Scrapwork Mutt. Let's go Scrapwork Mutt here. Dredge. Dredge. If we hit a Lotleth here, we hit a Lotleth. So, okay. I was going to say, basically at that point, they're like, oh yeah, look, we might die. We could sort of see what they're against, see what they can do. This is an example of how playing the Feral and the Merchant makes us better against decks. Like, Thraben and Prismatic Strands are all bad against us. They have an abundance of them. They have a lot of life gain. We can literally just go, fair game, fair game, fair game, fair game, fair game, fair game. Kill me now, sort of thing. And that really pays off. So, wait, 2-0. See you guys for round number 3. Hey guys, welcome back here to round number 3. We are on the player. I think we can keep this. I think we actually probably just lead on Faithless, to be honest. Because we're wanting more lands anyways. Molten. So I think we go Dread Return. Molten. And then we're just going to draw, obviously, draw a card for a couple of turns. Hopefully we find a second land here. Tron of some description. Altertron by the seams of it. This is not a common card in like Flickertron, so it's usually so I got Epicure. So we are just racing here. They could run a main deck Spell Bomb or a main deck Bog. But unsure as of yet. That's pretty sweet. They're basically crop rotating in response to the pylon to get one of the Tron lands and get a valuable Surveil. Like if they want to keep this card, they get to keep this card now. Yep. Payoff is real. Snacker, hey? Interestingly enough, I guess I discard this. Good land would be good. Merchant. And then I guess I discard this, get Snacker, hopefully draw a land here so I can play Neonate. We do. So we have Dread Return, but we need a Lotleth and some probably some type of dredge. They have Tron, Refractor, Prism, basically the same thing in a roundabout way. And a black for a Pack Doll. Pack Doll! Yep, 17. 18. Yeah, we really need some land and a dredger. Probably just one more land will be fine. So we are going to Stormshriek Feral, casting Flush Out on a Scrapwork Mutt, hit a land. We hit a land. We're nearly there. Neonate. Life 2. So... Mer Kinsmith. Yep. Yeah, search for Mer. I wonder what Mer you are going to search for. Who'd have thought it? Black. Oh, for a Fanatical Offering sort of effect. Yep. And then to 18, sure. Are they going to attack for 3? Mer Retriever, 19. They don't attack. There's another land. But we still sort of need a dredger. So I'm gonna faithless in the hope that I'm gonna live another turn. So we'll get rid of the molten and the scrapwork mutt. We'll play a land. We'll play a neonate. We probably should have haggled there actually. Then we will pass an attack. We're basically just, they've got 3 cards in hand. They've got 2 candy trails. They're going to quite a lot of life. We are effectively just going to hope to God that we find a dredger soon. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures in the graveyard right now. They found an altar. Did I have them? Yeah, we did. I was going to say we died to an altar, right? Because, so this Merkinsmith, they got to play the Merkinsmith and then get the Manatraders. So that basically is, we're going to bring in 4 Siege Smashes. We're going to take out the 4 merchants. And then we're going to call it a day. So we got 33. Like, even post board here, we're on 33, which is pretty nuts. We're bringing the Siege Smash for interaction against their combo, but also, obviously, they'll likely have spell bombs post board. So there is that. It does also come up in use, like, obviously, if we're doing the combat. Like, it doesn't really work against this deck in particular, right? Because the 3/4, well, I guess it maybe comes up. But the +3/+2 and trample's not irrelevant. I think the problem there was no dredger, right? We digged quite a lot for some dredging, but we found no dredging. So that ended up with a lot of, like, we had the fair side, but we had no payoff. Like, the fair side, if we're against a non-creature combo deck, it's sort of fine. Again, very fair. This is very fair, right? So, do we want to... Very fair. So, I think we just mulligan. I think this seems a little better, right? So we'll take 1 Siege Smash, 1 Stormshriek, gone. Done. Land, go. And then we're gonna go land... Land, flush out, discard scrapwork. Unless I obviously hit a dredger. Hit a dredger. Stinky. Whack whack. That's flush out. Discard scrapwork mutt. Okay. Give me a dredger, please. Give me a dredger, please, please, please. Dredger, 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 dredger. Scrapwork mutt. Discard a snacker here. Discard the snacker. Feral, eh? I kind of don't want to discard the Feral, so I'm just going to play the Neonate. And then... I guess I shouldn't F6 in case I need to do this, but I can't imagine I will. Green, crop rot, your tower, to a power plant. Ouch. They're on Tron, but they essentially had to Clinic Golem Foundry. Did I have 3 artifacts, sorry? Which would have to be a 2-drop, a 1-drop, a 1-drop. Slightly annoying, right? Because I kind of want to have another land here so I can flush out. I'm going to have to go flush out here, pitch this, draw a land. Do I pitch? I attack for 3, right? And I probably pitch the Faithless to try and find a land here to Siege Smash this if I need to. Give me a land. Epicure. That's 16. So it's a very fair start again, but that's not what we want. So now they get to just go artifact, artifact, make it 3/3. We can, if they don't do it, we can Siege Smash it. Which is, oh god, this is awful. Yep. If it's the life gain side, like, obviously you've seen that in game 1 there, right, we can sort of deal with it. Prison, it's on 2. I can trade with this Fangren if I need to. So I think I have to be greedy here, right? I have to feral this Gatekeeper, try and find a land, then Siege Smash this. Because I still need to hit my land drops here. And I also want the Gatekeeper in the graveyard. We did not hit a land. Really? Really, game? So I'm going to hit the Scrapwork not here. Drop. Did not hit a land. Okay. I still think being a little bit greedy there was worthwhile. We really need to hit a land there and obviously we can trade with this thing. They're on 30. So I have to go I would say I have to be quite aggressive here with my Moss Dog stuff. Do I have to try and kill the Marauder first? They're probably just going to take the damage though, right? Because, yeah, well, they're not even blocking. Shows how good that's doing. Cool. map, crack, go to 35. So we could, if this was also a stinkweed imp, right, I probably would think we were more fine, for sure. So I'm probably going to have to start getting defensive here, blocking with the snackers. Yeah. Having no answer for this Marauder's pretty rough, but they're just basically gaining as much life as possible, is what they're doing. Still didn't hit a land. Cast Flush out. And I think I'm just going to have to accept that and Dredge, right? Yeah. Dredge. Still no Dredges. Got Neonate. Neonate swing. Swing for 7. Oh, sugar. I forgot that we were on there. That was on 3. I should have just swung for 4. Now they gain another 5, but take 5. So oh, come on, Andrew, man. Sort yourself out. Yeah, it was a mistake. That was a mistake. All is well. I've still got hope, to be honest. I don't know why, but I've still got hope. We've got a Refractor and a Prism, so mana-wise, they're sort of sorted. I'm just going to F6 here, and then I'll not F6 when I get to blocks, because we could be dead here. Yep. So 30-odd creatures in the graveyard we've got, right? So, and 3 Dread Returns. If we'd hit land drops here, I would be very thing that we could win with the amount of creatures in play. 30-odd creatures, so like we need double. We could triple Dread Return technically, but we're on 40 cards. If we had a Stinkweed him, I would be like, you know, we could maybe do this because, you know, we're gonna see a lot more cards. Like every time we dredge, we're milling at a percentage of our deck where like this Dredge 3 is pretty minimal. Manatraders, you know, 58. So let's block here. Turn off oil. Okay. Discard. Dredge. Stinky? Yes. We got a Stinky. So, let's dredge the Stinky. Whee! Let's go. Do we go Molten Gatekeeper Stinky or do we go Scrapwork? We'll probably start with Scrapwork, right? We just Scrapwork, Stinky, Scrapwork, Stinky, Dredge, another Stinky. That's pretty good going. Stinky. Into another Stinky. Damn. Dag, name it. So that's them. And we have, what, 22 left? They're going to make one guy, another guy. So no point attacking this. No point attacking at all. We're just going to F6. We have 17 creatures in the yard. Let's see if we die. The awkward thing is, to be honest, is the fact that these... Oh no, they didn't make guys, so they don't have to die. Right, so I can just take 9. In theory. I don't like the idea, or I can. I think they're gonna make a bunch of dudes, crack a bunch of things, and... Oh no, they got a bog. They got a bog. Let's take it, sure. I don't even care. And then if they then bog... It was... Did they play a land this turn? Yeah, they played a Surveil land, right? Right? What the hell are they doing? The Pact Altair? Yeah, we just did. I should have blocked here. And then, could I have won from that point? No. Right, blocked here again, 5, but that's 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's really annoying. It was the Marauder, right? We probably, I think if the Moss Dog or we were struggling a bit, we got like a pretty poor draw, I think, compared to them. The problem is that I think maybe the Snackers is what's need to go, not the Merchants, right? Because basically, they're too fair, and we're not playing fair. We literally just have to try and churn. So anything that draws is really good. I think that's probably where I went wrong. I maybe shouldn't even have boarded. Like, having interaction with their combos pretty okay, but is it necessary? I don't know. Anyways, see you guys for round number 4. Hey guys, welcome back here to round number 4. We're against Hyson again, and we're on a play. This seems capable. Intrigued to see what they are on. They were on High Tide Farms the other day when I versed them, so we will see what they are on here. They were doing some testing, so on. Not another one. I think we just go ham, right? We can Do we just draw a card here, or do we just go max dredge? I guess it doesn't matter. I might as well draw a card. Draw a card. Land. Attack for 1. You're gonna attack for 1. Stinkweed him. Scrapbug mutt. Stinkweed him. Dredge. That's sort of the game plan right now. Dredging. We hit double Gatekeeper. Okay, that's pretty good. They are on. It's interesting to see what Tron they're on. They're probably on Flicker. Draw. We drew a Storm Shriek Feral. So let's flush out, dredge, 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 and then attack for 3. We have currently got no Lotleth Giant because there's no creature thing at the top. There are 2 snackers though. So we can go draw, bring back 2 snackers. Not relevant, they've got natural Tron. Let's see what they're on. Natural draw, there's a Lotleth. That's 9 creatures in the bin. How many Dread returns? We got 1. So you can go Molten, Molten. We could bring back 2 snackers. Discard Lotleth, draw. Molten. I don't hate that. Let's play this. I think I'm going to bring back the snackers. I don't need to go too aggressive, right? Or do I? No. Not with only 2 lands, right? I could have... I don't know. I'm going to discard the Lotleth. Draw. I'm going to discard... I guess at this point I'm going to attack for 3. And then I do this second main. Discard, draw. Don't dredge. Don't dredge. Bring back 2 snackers. Whee! This will sort of test if they've got graveyard hit, I guess. They could have Crop Rot for Bog. Is what they could have. I'm probably not going to dredge anymore as well. They sort of just want blue. Yep. Mystical Teachings. Breath Weapon. Cast Breath Weapon. Oh no. Okay. They did find a Bog. Map for a Bog. They're going to bog us. Breath Weapon and then bog us. Basically what they're going to do, right? Breath Weapon, play Bog. Yeah, maybe I should have went for it. I think that could be the problem. I was too cautious. Is that the word? Land? Flush out. Dredge. There's all my lands. I'm just gonna go next. I think I played that wrong. I played that very wrong. So there's quite a lot of interesting cards I could bring in. I don't think they're gonna bring in Siege Smash. Have graveyard hit like that. Could bring in Rebs. Could bring in Flare and Pains. I think I want these 2, 1. No, that is probably pretty good, right? I don't know. I don't know how fast or slow I'm supposed to take this. Maybe I don't need. No, maybe I don't need I don't need a Flare and Pain. Maybe 4 Rebs for 2 Moss Dogs, 2 Merchants, and we try and play a fair game. I don't know. It could be wrong. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still unsure about that one. I think the line was a bit awkward, right? Because they could have counter and I just get blown out, but then I got blown out anyways. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have went so hard either. That's the thing though, like 16 lands is not that many lands. But playing fair, trying to hit land drops only works if you have like 3 or 4 lands. Like already, like 2 or 3 lands maybe. It's really hard to sort of try and dig for more lands when you have very little lands. Because you have so many cards that don't do anything. Right, let's go first. Triple Reb Faithless. I mean, keep. I think this is fine to keep because again, my game plan here is to play a very fair game plan. So having access to triple Red Elemental Blast off the rip is pretty relevant for me. I get to draw, discard this and probably one of the cards. Yeah. Map. I don't think I need Pylon. Probably want this. And I probably just want to play this, not this card. I guess that was awkward actually because of I probably should have just passed and not played it. Right? And the reason is because now I have nothing to discard with Feral. So I now have to most likely Faithless Luton, but then it's awkward. I just have to wait. Yeah. I guess this is fine. They're probably going to Impulse, right? No, they're probably not. They're mapping for it. Oh no, they are Impulsing. No. No digging for you. So yeah, but basically, like, usually the impulse is sort of like a land searcher, so it's obviously a very good card in this deck. So crack this. I'm gonna land. Hit impulse again. I'm still on the train of no. I do have a land. Okay. I am okay casting flush out, discarding this and drawing. Right. I think so. Snacker's back. Snacker back. Attack. And then I'll probably dredge next turn, right? I think that's fine to do so. We have Reb here. Something of relevance. Yep. Get a mine. Play mine and then pass. Prison. Can't do anything about that. Let's start the dredge train. Dredge train! Dredge. Molten Gatekeeper, Snacker. So let's go. Do we go Gatekeeper here? I don't hate this, you know. Gatekeeper. Scrapwork. Trigger. Yes. Trigger. Whee! Dread Return for a. Have Dread Return, but for nothing really relevant, right? Have I understood that correctly? Right, hit for 6 down to 9. Do I put him to 8 with a Dread Return? I don't hate that, right? I lose. I think I Dread Return a Storm Shriek Feral. I could actually just Dread Return a Epicure. Don't like that. Dread Return a Merchantville. Don't like that. Yeah, so Storm Shriek Feral it is. No, I don't think I need to do anything. If I have a bog, I have a bog, right? We haven't committed too much. We've flipped 2 Dread Returns, which is slightly annoying, but other than that, we haven't committed that much. Seagate. Okay, so they're gonna find a bog more likely than a. Okay. So what are we doing here? We are going to attack for 6. That seems like a good solid start. Put you to 3. I am going to Faithless. Bring back Snacker, discard this and this. It's 7 creatures in the yard. Snacker is coming backer. We need to be cautious of Crop Rot. Breath Weapon. Breath Weapon there. Huh. Interesting. Sure. That brings that back. What can I do? So I can do this. Discard Dredge. So let's do this. Discard the Mountain. Dredge. And then if I hit Molten Gatekeeper, I win. Mountain. Dredge. No. No. Okay. Now we're most likely dead. They had the natural one of. And the played. Interesting. I'm surprised they did this. 3 mana? No. I'm surprised they played the tower, to be honest, and not just literally map get bog. They probably, unless they've got a Crop Rot. Really awkward. I can't believe that was correct, right? I can't believe they had the natural Breath Weapon. They've probably only got like 2 in the deck as well. 5. 3. Demonic Wall. Let's hope they don't have an Unwind. They're 2 cards in hand, please don't be an Unwind. Give me a Hydro, right? No, I can't. Okay, it's good for us. 3. Hello. Muldrift Revoke. I don't know what they could have here. Fog? No, Fog doesn't do it. Revoke. Snap. Right. So I guess I get to just go Scrapwork mode, discard draw. Discard. No. Pile on first, see if there's a Molten. Put that in the graveyard. I have 2 mana available. What could the... I guess it could be a counterspell, right? So then we go Scrapwork. Discard draw. Bring back 2 Snackers. And attackers. And then we have lethal in attack and then also with the Dread Return. Yeah. Wow, it was incredibly close. Triple Reb definitely saved us. Yeah, maybe... I think I probably misplayed game 2. So we have double Reb, but nothing else. So we're very reliant on a double Reb. We don't have any pressure. We have 3 cards that we want to discard, but no discard. I think we have the mulligan. They keep 7. Okay, we mulligan because we got no lands. Mulligan because we got no lands. Awesome. Do we want to mulligan to 3? Probably not. So we want this gun, this gun, this gun. Does that 4? It's probably snacker to go right. Yeah, try this. No way of shuffling though, because all of them are at the bottom. I maybe should have just kept that 7. Plenty in it first. They stack and damaging. Maybe Faithless finds something useful. Tron, Prism. I guess we do have a way to shuffle, right? Because the Omen shuffles in. Luton. Neonate. Probably want to pitch the land right. Yeah. And just play. Really awkward. Really awkward mulligan. I'm going to attack with 1/1s to death. We don't have Tron yet, though. Red Elemental Blast. Okay. Let's go. Attacking for 2. This. And then pass. You know, bed me? No. I just need a relevant card to pitch. And then we're there. Then we're Tron. Yep. What would you like to do with your Tron? Pass the turn, probably. 3 and a blue. For a ghostly flicker. Oh, your hand must be bad. Your hand must be terrible. I guess it's free, but still. Still. No sale. So, we are basically just going to attack. Attack for 3. I don't really know what else we do. Do we just put the land into play? And then pass? Like, we're not doing much pressure here, but we're also not doing a lot of anything. They have a free reign to do whatever they want. Here, pretty much. I probably would counter a new crop rot power plant here for a tower. No, sure. Yeah. Like, they have a lot of time, like, don't get me wrong. Like, we've given them a lot of time, but then also we are hitting them for 3 a turn, which isn't the end of the world. I probably will discard this at the end of turn. Not right now. I'll discard this end of turn with the scrap, with the blood token. Just because I sort of want them to overcommit that I've got really nothing. And then unearthing it obviously does provide us some value. They're probably going to use... Oh, okay. Yep. 5. That is getting counted. They have 5 mana available. Night Market. Okay. I did think this card would probably see play in something like this. Let's discard this. Draw. It's a land. It's not very helpful. It's a land. It's also not very helpful. Scrap work well. Problem is if they have the 1 to 2 of... Let's swing for 5 here. Be interesting to see what they end up doing here. Let's attack. They take 5 to 5. I have to threaten lethal, right? I have to threaten lethal. I can't not. Well, nothing in hand. We're literally doing nothing. But attacking. We have 5 cards in hand. That was annoying. They had the pulse. They only run 1 pulse as well. Sometimes 2, but still. We're getting beat by the 1-ofs. We get a mnemonic wall, a heritage reclamation, or a flicker for a reclamation. Draw. Okay. So let's attack here. They're going to take 3. Gonna block here. Take 3. They might flicker it as well, so he doesn't die to some amount of damage. Probably not. They have 5 cards in hand. 1's a flicker. They have a heritage reclamation at their peril. Okay. They're gonna flicker this and this. In response to the flicker, I'll discard this. Whee! Dread return. And the reason I did that is so they can't heritage reclamation Distinct Freedom. This is the reason I did it. They get to do this 3 times. Drawn, basically end of turn, drawn 3 cards. Yep. Actually, I do more, right? Because they now get to do it again, but tap the tower, do a tower, and a mnemonic wall. Oh, I guess they don't draw a card that way. Might as well just tap out. Never mind. I'm being silly. I'm being silly. So they're on 8. Cool. We have 2 creatures in the bin. Prism. We've got 8 cards in hand, 9 cards in hand. We're probably dead here, right? I play the land so that at least appeases Bog here a little bit. They likely have a counterspell, right? And they also have a heritage reclamation. Oh dear. Yeah, they had the one-ofs. So last game they had the one-of breath weapon, which sort of okay. So did the reclamation. I don't think I can beat this at all. Clean up, discard a card, discard a moment's peace. Yeah, I can't beat this lock, right? Yeah. Effectively, I just can't, because whenever I commit to anything, I just die. My save and grace, I guess, is try and find. So I'm gonna cast this. They're gonna heritage reclamation this, I think. Oh, they're gonna hydro land. So take one here. I'm assuming they're not gonna. But again, they've got pulls. Yeah, take one. I shouldn't have got rid of the Nene, I don't think, either. I think I'm under pretty much a lock here, right? I think it's my main thing. I'm under pretty much a lock, right? But yeah, and I have Hydro Blast for Molten, so they can't really do. Yeah, it's just GG. See you guys for the next one. Hey guys, welcome back to the 5th and final round here. It's Ned chatting, who has been on Ponza lately. We're mulligan this. We will keep this and bottom this. We have shuffles because these. I keep forgetting these shuffle, which is actually fairly relevant, right? We'll play land. Pass. We can haggle at the end of turn if we feel like we need to. Is there a reason not to? I don't think so, right? We might as well haggle this. And then we'll flush out on this. Bring back the snacker. Snacker is backer. They're going to play this, and they are on the Ponza. Yep. They took Forest. So let's play a Conjure Pylon. Pitch the land. Do I just play the Merchant? Or do I start going Storm Shriek, go nuts? I probably have to try and go nuts, right? Discard a land. Play a Neonate, I guess. Stack for 2. I am yet again after a Dredger. Like, I have a lot of ways to dredge here, so 4, 5, and a Arriving Crystal. Oh, an Acid Moss. Sure thing. You commit actively bad decisions. You got it. Let's attack for 2. 3 even. And then I am going to play a Epicure. I'm going to play a land. And I am going to play an Neonate. And then I'm going to pass the turn. And it is your turn. And I'm going to kill you at the end of turn. I'm actually not killing you at the end of turn because that is impossible. But I will, however. I'm going to tap 4 lands and concede. I like it. Let's go! So we want Siege Smash, right? That's sort of all we want. We don't want Snacker. That seems pretty bad. They're basically going to board in Relics. We want Siege Smash for that. And we want Merchant Veil because we want to dig. And then basically look at Siege Smashing their Relic. Solve it. We can't keep an Orlander. We can keep this. And again, we're just going to bottom this. No 1-drop, but they have a 1-drop though. Yeah. Pass the turn. Let our lands get ponzered. Let our lands get ponzered. Let our lands get ponzered. Oh, okay. Sure. Relic. Go. Are they gonna ponzer? No. Sure. Good job, I've got 2 of them. Cast. Pop. So, I guess I've got this too. So I'm just gonna play the Neonate and pass. And then they're gonna go end of turn, tap their thing. Evolution Winners, bring it back. Is basically what they're gonna do. And then they're gonna tap it to get rid of the Siege Smash, and then I'm gonna Siege Smash it, and then we're all good. And the only way they can bring this back is... Oh, what? 5, 6? Oh, BP? Sure. Into Utopia's Ball. You got it. Interesting, that was their game plan, right? Let's block. Let's discard this. Take 4, that's 16. Epicure. So we'll play a Pylon here. Pitch in. Yeah, let's pitch this. And then I'm going to play a Gatekeeper and then play an Epicure. If they really want to make me discard a bunch of cards. So if they want to get rid of my graveyard to exile forever. 7 also. Also into Repurposer. Sure. I was pretty... Well, I guess there's quite a few cards that did that, right? We take 10? Probably not. I'll block this. We need a Dredger, right? Problem is our mana's tied up with this relic. Tap it? Oh, okay. You are going to examine. Let's cast Flush Out. Pitch this. Scrapwork mode. This thing. So we're on 12. So 6. So it takes 6 or block if we can. Right, so, well, to be fair, we can still take these, so we block and block. So then do I go Scrapwork mode, discard Siege Smash here? Sure. And both of these have, obviously have an Earth, right? Yep. You've got 2 cards in hand. Really? What a draw. So I go block here, take 13. Yeah. They're a pretty good draw. They had not only did they have the relic, they had the 2 of Evil Witness that returns the relic, which then meant would slow me down a lot. I also didn't have any Dredge. We can't keep a 1-land Conduit Pylon. Jeez. If it was a mountain, I would have. Oh my god, go away! The 2-0 into the 2-3's coming. Jesus, it's a coming. I can feel it. So it's bottom. So what we on? Put 2 cards. So Feral. Is it Feral Epicure? Unfortunately, I think it has to be, right. Or is it Feral? No, we can't do that, right? I'm gonna land pass. They kept 7 as well. They definitely have relic, right? Yeah. Super lucky. Sure. And I'm gonna Siege Smash this. Hopefully that's all the reason they kept their hand, and it's actually terrible. Do nothing. Oh. Okay. That was an odd thing to do, but okay. Haggle. Dredge. So I guess I Flush Out. Dredge. Do I get another Dredge? I do. I think I want to draw though, right? Yeah, I want to try and draw a land. Cool. And then that's sort of okay. They definitely just kept 2 land relic and was hoping for the best. So yeah, sweet. Managed a 3-2. Pretty nice. Yeah, considering the 2 losses, what were they? For like Flickertron, from Hyson, and I can't remember what the other one was. I did be forgetting. Wasn't super crazy, right? What was it? Why can't I remember? Anyways, but I think this list seems really strong. I actually was impressed by Merchant, to be fair. And I was impressed by these. My only thing is I do think we probably want another. Like, I actually wouldn't be surprised if this is what we needed, but it's like what to cut at that point. Because Molten and Scrapwork are like the bread and butter of the deck. These are also pretty strong. Faithless is the glue that holds it together. Feral's obviously incredibly strong. And you're basically just looking at a land. We did mulligan quite a lot of hands that were literally pylon land as the only land, where we would have kept it if it had a mountain because it had these in. So I don't know. I don't think I felt like I guess the Burning Inquiry or the Burning Inquiry mainly sort of feels like it gives you gas when you have a bunch of 1-drops. Like if you have Merchant of Veil, Voldaren Epicure, Neonate, it can look rather underwhelming because you're sitting there digging for a Dredger. But that's why we also went to 6 Dredgers. We maybe need to go to 7, as I say, but yeah, I was pretty happy with this deck. I thought it felt really strong. It's a powerful deck, and the engine is still there. Snack is also strong. Like normal combat is still a real thing to do. And obviously Gatekeeper obviously just kills them out of nowhere, which is pretty nice. Yeah, hope you guys like this video. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Check out Manatraders. The coupon's in the description for 10% off for the first 2 months. Do not forget to join Casting Commons Discord. Listen to Casting Commons, of course, because we are the greatest. And yeah, that's basically it. See you guys next time. Peace.